Hi, I'm Amy. I was born in Wales and I'm a teacher. This is Alex. He was born in Ukraine and he's a doctor. In 2024, we decided to take our careers on the road. We're spending the year traveling full-time and working remotely. Feel free to follow along each week as we move from country to country and give you our travel tips for each place. This week, we visit Hong Kong Disneyland. We fall in love with this unique castle, eat lots of Olaf ice cream, and take you on a tour of the 2 luxury resorts on site. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss which country we're heading to next. We arrived in Hong Kong and made our way to immigration. Foreigners have to fill out this form, but no visa was required for US passport holders, so that made for a very simple entry. We made our way to the rideshare pickup area and requested a ride to our hotel. I was so excited to see the Disney Gate and to check into Disney's Explorer Lodge. This hotel was incredible, but we will talk more about that later in the video. We got dinner and this huge Mickey souffle, and then took a breezy evening stroll around the hotel. One of my favorite features were the elevators were hot air balloons.
升降机上，升降机上 going up.
The hotel is like this perfect mix of Animal Kingdom Lodge and the Polynesian in Orlando, as well as Aulani in Hawaii. I honestly can't say enough good things about this hotel.
Door closing.
Hi, we have made it to Hong Kong Disney. We checked in last night to the Disney's Explorer Lodge. I will give a tour of that later, but we're gonna go get breakfast and then we're gonna get a shuttle to the park. I have looked up nothing about this park, so I'm gonna be super surprised with whatever I see. We were at Shanghai Disney 2 days ago, so we'll see how it compares. Let's go. The buses ran about every 10 minutes from our hotel to the park, and it was about a 5-minute drive. You can also walk, but that takes about 30 minutes. Going to rope drop at this particular park is so easy since it doesn't open until 10 a.m., which is very unique. Every other park opens at like the latest 9. Although, because of this, it was quite crowded, but everyone was organized and polite, and we only had to wait about 20 minutes before getting into the park. Because I hadn't looked up anything about the park, I had absolutely no idea what this castle was going to look like, and I can confidently say it is now my favorite. Wow! That's so unique!
It is.
Whoa!
It's very colorful.
Yeah. You can see Arendelle behind it. I made my way into the Emporium to find some ears that were unique to Hong Kong, and I noticed that they had these build-your-own headbands, which you can choose your headband color and then up to 5 characters to Velcro onto the top. I do think these are cute, but I'm very loyal to the traditional style Mickey ears. I didn't buy the ears because I want to think about it and then see if I see any other ears that I like more. But if I don't and I still want them in like 2 hours, then I'm going to get them. Seeing a Disney castle with mountains behind it is incredibly stunning. Getting a good spot for the parade was really easy. I'm not sure if that was because it wasn't that crowded, or if the parade route is just really long, or if people just aren't that interested in this park.
They have Oswald. Welcome to Hong Kong Disneyland.
Welcome. I feel like I'm gonna throw up because Space Mountain really jerks you around. But
Hyperspace Mountain.
yeah,
Here.
since we've got here, we did, I don't know what they're called, the Iron Man ride,
Yeah, Iron Man. The Ant-Man and Wasp ride.
Ant-Man and Wasp,
And then Hyperspace Mountain.
and Hyperspace Mountain. And now we're gonna go walk to get food, but I just need to show you how beautiful It's a Small World is, because the park is in the most beautiful setting. It's in the middle of the mountains, and so this is what Small World looks like. It's like It's a Small World, but then these like beautiful mountains behind it. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. And this walkway is so pretty. It's like so lush. I've not seen a Magic Kingdom with so much greenery. It's so pretty. I could not get over how beautiful it was to be in a Disney park surrounded by mountains. You just don't get this setting in any of the other parks around the world, so it was really unique to see. We also loved the area underneath and through the castle.
When winter time has finally reached its end.
Also, Main Street was painted in pastels that made the entire vibe feel really nostalgic. I feel like a lot of Disney parks have lost the color they once had, and Hong Kong definitely hasn't, which was really nice. Major credit card. Then we made our way through Toy Story Land and over to Arendelle, which was our first time seeing this, and it did not disappoint. An Olaf ice cream, and I got Olaf donuts.
Smolteringer.
He's melting. Ooh, that's white chocolate. While we wait in line for essentially Mine Train, but Frozen's version, I wanted to
Wandering Oaken Sliding Sleighs.
I wanted to give a rundown of what we have done so far. We did Ant-Man and the Wasp, which was essentially Buzz Lightyear. Then we did Iron Man, which is essentially Star Tours. Both were very good and both were about a 5-minute wait. Then we did Hyperspace Mountain, which is different to Paris and to Orlando and to California. It's like its own thing.
It's a Star Wars themed Space Mountain, but with screens.
It really made me feel a bit ill. Then we did Winnie the Pooh, which is relatively similar to Orlando, just a little bit more technologically advanced. Then we had lunch. Then we did Mystic Manor, which people say is their version of
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion, but I wouldn't categorize it as Haunted Mansion. I would categorize it more like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, but with a different theme.
Yeah, agreed. Very unique ride. I really enjoyed it.
Then we did Big Thunder Mountain, but it's called
Big Grizzly Run.
That was like a mix between Big Thunder Mountain and Everest in Animal Kingdom in Orlando. Very, very good. And then we walked through some gardens to meet Tinkerbell, but she wasn't there. But the gardens were very pretty. It had all the different princesses' castles, like miniature versions of all the princesses' castles.
And we walked to the front and we hopped on the railroad train.
Yeah, the train that goes around the park, we
And we
hopped
took
on
it
that.
halfway and it dropped us off at Arendelle.
Now we're waiting in line for,
Wandering Oaken Sliding Sleighs.
but it looks a lot like Mine Train. I just have to say this. We just got off of the Frozen Mine Train. That ride could not have been more than 30 seconds. Beautiful setting, very good roller coaster, but about 30 seconds. I turned to Alex and I went,
It
no.
was so short.
So short.
Probably the shortest roller coaster I've been on.
Ever.
Ever, yeah.
Also, it started raining, so let's find cover.
Okay.
But yeah, so short. I would not wait. We waited 40 minutes for that, which I'm glad we did, but I would not wait again. More than like 10. Now we're waiting in the Frozen Ever After line, and it is currently raining, which I guess we
30% chance. It's currently raining.
brought that with us from Shanghai, so sorry. The Frozen Ever After queue has Kristoff hanging out and talking to guests, which I thought was cool. And the ride has a very pretty queue in Epcot, but this one is even better. After the ride, we took some time to look at all of the lights around the park during sunset. This is definitely the most beautiful time of day, especially when the lights start illuminating on the castle. We left Arundel and
So can you guys even see this castle behind us? It's
yeah.
pretty cool.
We left Arundel and we got dinner and we decided that we're gonna go home early today. The park only
7:10.
it's 7:10. The park actually closes at 8:30, but we're gonna start later in the day tomorrow so that we're not as tired, and then we can stay for the fireworks show tomorrow night. Today we're gonna go home a little bit early.
Also, I have to work.
Yeah, Alex has work at
30.
9:30, so we'll go home for today, but we'll watch the show tomorrow.
Also, I recommend staying on property, but also I recommend eating in the parks. It is a lot cheaper than eating at the restaurants in the hotel.
Yeah, the hotel restaurants are expensive, even for Disney. Actually, Hong Kong Disney is a lot more expensive than Shanghai Disney.
Yes, for sure. Like the bottle of water here is, I think like $4. It was like $1.50 US in Shanghai, just as an example.
The hotels are cheaper than Orlando, but I would say that the food and drink is similar price to Orlando. Okay, so we're gonna go and we'll see you tomorrow. These are so nice if you're taking the shuttle back to your hotel instead of standing and waiting, because it can take up to 10 minutes. They have these seats. Disney World. Put these in. Simple enough. It's unique that no one's here.
So we are currently walking back from 7-Eleven to our hotel and picked up some snacks, including some reheatable lunches that we'll have today in order to save some money from paying for it in the park. There's no convenience stores or grocery stores or anything like that in the hotels. So the closest one is this 7-Eleven at Inspiration Lake. So if you're staying on property, we're staying at the Disney Explorer Lodge. It's about a 20-minute walk to get to that 7-Eleven. It's a beautiful walk and it's a beautiful day. So now we're walking back to the hotel, gonna heat up our food, eat lunch, and back to the parks.
It is day 2 and our final day at Hong Kong Disneyland. We finished lunch and we're gonna go to the park. I think we'll get to redo a lot of the rides that we did yesterday, which will be good. And then tonight we'll stay later so that we get to see the fireworks show. So we just rode Buzz Lightyear, but it's called
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I beat him quite significantly, so I still got it. We are going to Mystic Manor and Thunder Mountain, but it's called
The Grizzly Gulch Bear Runaway Mine Car. Something like that.
Everything is like a 5 to 10 minute wait today, which is really nice. It's really not crowded.
Unless you want to meet a Duffy character, then you're waiting an hour.
Duffy characters are huge in Hong Kong and in Shanghai, honestly, they were really big. Elsa!
You end up with a loop, and now it's stuck. There's no way off and there's no way on.
With lines being so short, we got to re-ride our favorites all within a couple of hours, so we decided to spend the afternoon checking out the Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel. This is almost an exact replica of the Grand Floridian, but about half of the price per night. But the Disney's Explorer Lodge is almost half of that again, and if you're staying there, you get to use all of these amenities at this hotel for free. There's a gym, steam room, sauna, hot tub, showers, vanities with hair dryers and amenity kits, as well as lockers. The grounds are beautiful, but I'll be honest, I way preferred the Explorer's Lodge. They're both right on the water and are about a 5 to 10 minute walk from each other. The walk is a beautiful pathway along the water, and you could see the city across the way, and it was an absolutely beautiful day. We couldn't have asked for better weather. Now, the Disney's Explorer Lodge, in my opinion, has a lot more character. The pool facing the water reminds me of Aulani, the thatched roofs and room layout remind me of the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and the color scheme and pool reminded me of the Polynesian. This lobby is an almost exact replica of the Animal Kingdom Lodge, but with different theming, and I loved that so much of this theming reminded me of the Up movie. I really did just love everything about this hotel, and it felt incredibly luxurious for something that's roughly the same price as the Pop Century at Disney World in Orlando. Goofy was hanging out in the lobby when we got back, and we had one of our famous midday naps before heading back out to the park. We took a midday nap after exploring the Disneyland Hotel.
One of us took a nap.
Okay, we went back to the hotel and hung out. I fell asleep. Alex watched a movie, okay? But we just came back into the park to watch the nighttime show and have dinner. And we made it from our hotel door, like we left our hotel door and got into the park, took the bus and got into the park in 13 minutes. So, oh, it's so pretty with the lights.
That's probably the one that would rival that.
Yeah. Okay, so we saw on the app that Oaken's sleigh ride was a 0-minute wait, so I wanted to record it and see how long it actually was. Watch this. Hi. That was a 13-second clip on 4 times speed, meaning the ride was less than a minute, but about 25 seconds of that time is spent climbing that first hill. After that fun experiment, it was time for the fireworks show, which is the absolute best I've ever seen by far in any park. Alex chasing bubbles as per usual. The metro station is right outside the park gate, in case that's helpful for you to know. Anyway, this was us leaving for our flight the next morning and a quick little tour of our messy room before we head out. The lobby was absolutely packed, but we checked out and headed to the airport, ready for our flight to our next country. All right.
Hey everybody. Welcome to Amy and Alex's show.
Get down. No. This way. This way. This way. Thank you. And
Careful.
drop them. Bye.
Hugs and kisses. Love ya.